In the traders war room, warring with the market every day we on Zoom. Never gonna quit, ain't no way we gonna lose. I done made a profit and it's way before noon. Way to go, dude, come and learn how to trade stocks. We rentless with the attack when this thing pop. We market warriors.
What is up, team? Chuckfu Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. Guys, listen, I'm back into the swing of things, okay? My anniversary vacation is done. Man, I needed that. Guys, we've been on the grind with TWR for about 3 to 4 years, man. I haven't taken a legit vacation in a while, okay? My wife and I, man, we had a blast, all right? Definitely a dream vacation. You know, never did I think that a man from a gutter, man. Dude, we used to get, groceries from church basements. I used to make grilled cheese sandwiches as a kid with that government block cheese, okay? Never did I think that I'd be able to afford 5-star accommodations, luxury, things on vacations, doing the private snorkeling, the private helicopter rides around islands, tours, so on and so forth, man. Never did a little boy from the gutter think that he'd ever be able to do that, man. I am truly blessed, okay? Traders War Room has changed my life, man. My wife, my marriage has changed my life. The kids have changed my life. The military have changed my life, man. I have been blessed, and I am so happy that you guys are along with me on the journey in our trading and investing lifestyle that we're doing, man. Guys, listen, this isn't for everybody, okay? Trading and investing is difficult, okay? Investing's a little easier. All you gotta do is put your money and hope that it go. Trading, you gotta put some dedication into it, okay? So I know there's a lot of you. I've looked at the direct messages. I looked at the emails. Thank you guys for pushing it out. Understanding that I've been out, and I'm definitely coming back in the swing of things this week. We're coming at it hard, all right? I'm back to coaching and mentoring. We're gonna go ahead and get it, guys. So definitely, I'm reading those. I'm going through them. There's thousands of them, so give me time because, I got a lot to go through, but I'll get to those. I'll answer your questions. But one of the big topics is I've lost a lot of money here recently. I don't feel confident, and I don't think trading is for me. Well, I'll keep it real. I'm going to keep it 100. It may not be for you, all right? It may not be. I'm a true believer in dedicating time, focusing time, putting your dues in, and, crafting you as an investor, okay? You need to develop, refine, execute on strategies, go back on losing strategies, find out what happened, tweak it, go back and try it again, okay? That's what it is, man. The 4 pillars of success that I push out all the time: planning, training, managing, and securing. Those are paramount to a successful trader, all right? Investing is a little different. Investing is more of, I am going to put money into this and hope that it grow. Usually we're going into more value-based, fundamental-based type of companies. Trading, we're looking at momentum. We're looking at price action. We're looking at indicators, just like I got up here, okay? So you got to put a lot of dedication and effort into being successful with that. That's where a lot of people, they get frustrated, and before they start to really get it and it starts to click, they go ahead and they bow out and they say, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and tap out here. You guys have fun trading and investing. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my 9 to 5 and talk to JP Morgan and Chase and my money market manager over there at the bank. Hey, each way is okay, man. But I like trading, man. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I like to dig into the charts. I like to go look at different assessments, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, going into the DD, getting out the charts, putting lines and efforts and seeing what strategies work and going back and refining it. That's what I like to do, man. So if you're on the journey with me and you enjoy that type of stuff, man, I got a great video for you. I'm sorry that the introduction was a little bit longer than normal, but man, I haven't been with you guys for about a week, man. So I wanted to show you some love. We got the Sunday Motivator coming out, man. We got some football coming out. I got some free YouTube trades coming out to you for November, okay? October, we ended pretty good, man. Pretty good. We ended up at 11 for 13 in October trades, man. We got November coming out, man. Let's go ahead and kick it out, man. September, we were 100%. October, we were close. We were like 99%, okay? So November, let's go ahead and hop into it, man. We're going to get it. I want to get another 100%. So without further ado, guys, appreciate you while I was on my anniversary vacation, man. Love and respect. Thank you for the loyalty, all the TWR market warriors. And as always, if you're ready Follow me and let's go to war together. Team Traders War Room. Oh, you guys see my little Harry Potter bear over there. Yeah, a little vulnerability here. Man, I love me some Harry Potter, man. So I got to build a bear Harry Potter on my anniversary. My wife hooked it up. But guys, all right, man. Hey, we're going to get into it right now. Traders War Room, baby. Let's go. After the video, check out short promos of TWR's hottest products and services. So as you guys are already aware, man, I was on anniversary vacation last week, so my personal alerts were extremely light. But man, I got a fantastic team. It's not just about me. TWR has 3 different platforms, and I got something for everybody in every budget. And I want to highlight some of the alerts that were pushed out over this past week and let you guys see what we have on the Traders War Room platforms. First off, we got our penny stock and stock alerts platform, our text message alerts platform. Then we got a 1-month deal on the instant message. We got our all access flagship on the Discord, 3-month discount for instant message, discount for Discord. We have our trading clubs, both mine and shiners, and we got an annual Discord to save you some big time money. You might ask, what's the difference? Well, let's go ahead and get into that. First, let's talk about the penny stock alerts, man. I give you the most fire penny stock and small market cap alerts, guys. Now, this is everything from information to volume spikes to catalyst spikes to FDA clearance. Guys, I'm telling you, if it's under 20 bucks and it's moving and shaking, we're trying to find a trade, and you can find that right here on the TWR Instant Message Penny Stocks platform. Next, let's talk about the text message alerts, because guys, I know you've seen the posts I do about the text message alerts, man. This is taken off by fire, man. We started off with 5 people, and we have blown up to over 255 people now on this particular platform. Guys, people are in it because it's for real. Just look at some of these results, man. Swing trades on AMD going from 145 to 80, and they even hit higher than that. SPY trade doubling, okay? These are not just your average trades, man. We have a specific algorithm that separates all the 7,000 stocks and gives us the best ones with the highest probability of success. And then we go ahead, look at the chart, and we push out the alerts when we see something we like. And if you're interested in the text message platform, I got a short promo at the end of the video. I hope you take a look at that because it's definitely worth your interest, especially if you just want great high quality alerts sent directly to your phone in a text message. Now let's talk about the instant message platform, man. I don't talk about this as much as I should, but it is fire, okay? Now, every platform we have has something different that it offers the user. Our instant message platform is more geared towards less noise, just alerts, okay? We have 2 channels. You got an alert channel and you got a chat channel. And inside the chat channel, you can utilize our TA and DD bots as well. But inside of the alerting channel, you're just going to get high quality alerts that Traders War Room internal staff are pushing out, okay? You're not going to get all the bells and whistles that you will on the Discord platform, but sometimes the more aggressive platforms are too over aggressive and overwhelming for some people. That's where the instant message platform comes in, because it's just cutting all that noise and just giving you the high quality alerts that are geared towards making you money, man. And our manager over there does a fantastic job pushing out that fire, and I hope you guys take a look at it because it's definitely worth your while. This was just one of the trades that we pushed out going into last week, man. It was Tesla. It's a fire trade, but Jay Bass, our manager over there, he be putting out that fire, man. If it's a TWR internal alert person, man, he's pushing it on to the instant message platform. Now, if you want the one-stop shop, everything, all-inclusive flagship that we have, man, our Discord platform is it, okay? Look at this, okay? I'm going to show you everything that we have, basically the big highlights that really sell the program, and then we'll show you some of the alerts that people have been absolutely making money on going into this week. But look at all those algo bots, man. I tell you guys, we have something for everyone. If you like algo trade signals and you like algo bot, pushing out the parameters for particular entrance and exits, man, we got you covered. Each one of these is proprietary TWR algorithms that we created ourselves using machine learning and artificial intelligence. And the whole idea is that the machine tries to become better and better and better at getting the market signals pushed out with high quality and as close to 100% as possible. Now, the machine can't reach 100%. It's impossible. But because it's a machine like the Terminator, it's going to continue to try to get 100%, which is fantastic for us because it's just going to keep trying to learn and adapt as the market moves and continues to evolve. You can also see right there, we have tons of live trading, man. We got pre-market shows. We got bell-to-bell day trading every day the market's open. We have lunchtime slumps. We have aftermarket reviews. We have classes going on, live training. Guys, like I said, man, if you got another Discord server out there that gives you as much options as TWR for the price that we charge, you hit me up because I want to talk to them, because I want to go into business with them, because you know what? I'm on a lot of platforms and I don't see it, man. TWR is something special, and we are cutting that noise, cutting that budget, and we're trying to give people the high quality alerts, the high quality trading and investing advice and education that's not breaking the pocketbook. Here's our professional chat floors. Each one of the chat floors, I have a manager, a TWR staff that's in there that runs their floor the way they see fit. They are trained professionals. They are TWR loyal members, and they are great at pushing out not only advice, but also thought-provoking content, educational type of content, and just really making you think about the trade at hand, why we should be looking at the market this way, and what we should be trying to anticipate moving forward in a trading and investing journey. Man, TWR has the best platform, I'm telling you, hands down. You want portfolio growth and small account challenges? Guys, look right here, man. We got you covered, man. I'm telling you, TWR is second to none, and we are trying to make that market bend the knee, and we bow to nobody. Now, here's really what you wanted to see, man, the alerts, guys. Okay, option day trading. Boom, look at that, tons. You don't much like day trading, you want a more swing trade type of centered focus point? Man, we got you covered. Boom, options, swing trading, right there. You like the long game, leaps and spreads, man. You like stocks, man, I got you covered, man. No one else has as many stock trading analysts as I do. You like to trade futures? Boom, we have the best future traders on any platform. Crypto, got you covered. Forex, got you covered. And by far, we have the most consistent Forex traders on any market platform. TWR Forex trades are outstanding and got like a 95% win rate, and that dude is fire. You like sports betting, man? We got 2 different sports bettings for you so that you can keep up with all your live action sports and try to make a little bit of money. Like I said, and I said it before, I'll keep saying it, man. Traders War Room has something for everybody, every budget, and every style. And definitely, if you are interested in trading and investing, and you have a like mindset where you're looking at the market like a war zone with stocks and sectors as battles, then we want you on the team. You should want to be on our team. And all you got to do is check out our products and services in the links in the description and come and get some with the TWR Bulls, man. I'll see you on the platform when that bell rings. $100 to $1,000 per day is possible as a TWR market warrior. So quit wasting that money that's not making money. Join the team and let's go to war. All right, so the biggest news today is the Dow ripped higher last week, and there's a lot of doubters that don't believe that this is the rebound. And we'll talk about this in the chart section. I'll show you a chart where it kind of has some contradictory type of information, and I'll let you be the judge. But definitely, you already know if we're trading, we're looking for momentum, okay? So if it continues to rally, we're going to follow the momentum. If we end up getting the pullback, we're going to follow the momentum. Either way, we might be wrong a couple times because we're expecting a reversal. We might get faked out, but I guarantee you at the end of the week, as long as we stick to the principles, we're going to make more money than we lose, and we're going to be net positive like we normally are most of the time, as long as we stick to the rules and stay consistent. I thought this was funny. Elon Musk launches his Grok AI chatbot with a rebellious streak. He was talking about how AI and, of course, machine learning and stuff like this will end up potentially taking over humanity as we know it currently. Not that it will take over like in a Terminator sense, but just as we know it right now, making most of the jobs that we have currently obsolete and Other jobs will be more geared towards supplementing the artificial intelligence in doing their job. That's what he was talking about. Also, going on to some world news, Saudi Arabia to extend 1 million barrels a day. Paying attention to oil this week. Oil's been kind of struggling here lately, but I'm expecting probably a little bit of a rebound, especially if some of the other stocks tend to slip a little bit. We'll probably see the rotation of money into the oil sector, which usually happens as it rotates out of consumer staples and consumer discretionaries and technologies. It usually goes into the oil. I want you to remember this saying: oil is king. Oil is king. And we got two wars on two different fronts. Remember that. Oil is king. And I thought this was interesting. Berkshire Hathaway cash piles hits a record $157 billion with deals scarce. You know, Warren Buffett, guys, he's an amazing oracle of the stock market. That's what they call him, the Omaha Oracle. But we got to remember, he's aging and stuff. And as he's aging, he's getting a little bit more cautious with his trading, and that his style is a more of a cautious trading style. Now, he has a lot of cash so that he can be as cautious, but while we're trying to get on his level type of mentality, right, we can't afford to be as cautious as he is, especially if we're looking to trade for growth. Okay, we got to take a few more risks. So I see a lot of people paying attention to Buffett's portfolios and stuff like that. We got to remember, he's a long-term ideology type of investor, so who isn't afraid to get into a stock when it's hitting some highs, let it kind of hit the lows and dollar cost average into it. All right, so a lot of people have been talking about they're losing money hopping into some of the trades in the portfolio. Well, that's because it's expecting the pullbacks and then their dollar cost average on the dips, bringing their average cost to a normal level. And then when it cycles through its cycle, they're able to cash out on some fantastic returns. So just remember that, okay? It's a long-term investment mentality. And Epic Games is going to go ahead and get into the thing with Google and start looking at court proceedings over antitrust charges. So we'll be paying attention to Google going into this week. They got a couple haters out there. So, you know, Google has a lot of resistance currently, so it could have some fluctuation in the prices, but I guarantee you any type of positive news that comes along with these, you'll expect probably Google to start bouncing around, but it'll probably be a decent trade because we'll hit some volatility along the ways. So here's how the market ended last week, and it ended on a bullish streak. The leader index was IWM. Hottest sector was real estate. The worst sector was energy. Remember, we're looking for that energy rotation going into this week. Top stock was IT, and the worst stock was FTNT. Here's a heat map so you can kind of get an indication of what was moving and shaking based off of the market cap and the overall market. And you can see that industrials were green, the cyclicals were green, technology for the most part was green other than Apple, communication services, and so on and so forth. So we'll be definitely paying attention to some of those, but also looking for rotation from some of the laggers. Now here's your sector performance. You can see everything was pretty much popping and locking except for energy, which was the big lagger, consumer staples, barely green, and healthcare, which had a minimal push on the closing on Friday. We're definitely looking for that rotation of monies out of some of these sectors that pushed extremely hard, and we're looking for it to come back in to some of the laggers, such as the energy and consumer staples. This is a sector rotation chart. You can kind of see right there that technology identified by the ETF XLK. You got communication services, XLC, and you got the real estate XLRE. Those absolutely had a V-shaped recovery from what they had previously. But again, we're starting to hit that top level where typically we see resistance. I wouldn't be surprised if we start bubbling around a little bit, hitting some volatility, and we end up getting some profit taking and some cool down on the ones that absolutely hit hard. I'm looking for energy to turn the curve a little bit, and probably utilities and healthcare to get a little bit of a push. As we come out of some of those other names, the money will go into the laggers to move them along. Biggest gainers, of course, we're going to pay attention to somebody to see if we get the push. I wish I would have caught Square. We were playing PayPal. I wanted to get into Square, but the day I wanted to push on Square, I was doing some anniversary things, so I didn't want to force the trade. I'll be looking at Square to see if we can get the trade in this week, as I think it's underappreciated and we might have a little bit more to go. But we're definitely paying attention to some of these. ABNB is one on my list. Dash, I'm paying attention to that. PLTR, PDD, I'm paying attention to Square, Myrna, SE, pretty much everything on these big gainers I'm at least paying attention to, and I'll be doing a scan to see if they pop my criteria when I'm looking at the market and pre-market and then at the bell. And again, with the biggest losers, we're paying attention to them, but I'm really focused on the losers that are more geared towards the energy, like COP, I'm paying attention to that. VLO, I'm paying attention to that. COP, I'm paying attention to that. Oh, I just said that. My bad. XOM, I'm paying attention to as well. That's not on this list, but you guys get the point, okay? What we're looking for is we're looking to see if it was a knee-jerk reaction to the downside or if fundamentally there's a reason why the stock dropped the way it did. Because if fundamentally there's a reason, then we'll probably get another leg to the downside. If it was just a knee-jerk reaction, typically we may get a little spike to the bottom, but we'll end up finding support and probably get a nice little bounce to make back some of the percentage that we lost. And something I like to pay attention to because I like to trade stocks, okay? I'm paying attention to insider transactions. We're seeing a lot of buying and selling of insider transactions, and a lot of times this is scheduled, but sometimes there's a reason that if you dig into the fundamentals and you dig into the business, you can see why one of the insiders is trading it. That's the ones that we're looking for. The scheduled ones, that'll come and go, okay? People are looking to buy, they're looking to sell, that just happens. But we're looking for why are they buying? If there's a reason that they're buying and it's not because of a scheduled move, we're interested in that. Why are they selling? Is there a reason they're selling fundamentally? That's what we're paying attention to. So here's some of the insider transactions to the buy side and some of the insider transactions to the sell side. Again, these are the ones that you got to pay attention to the ticker and do a little DD. You got to run some scans. You got to dig into the finances, got to dig into the books a little bit. But that's part of the TA and the DD that we do as far as homework looking into the trade, okay? And then we put these in our scanners, and if they pop up, we look to see the trend, and we try to make some money off of it. And we thank Earnings Whisper for giving us the most anticipated earnings coming up into this particular week. A jam-packed full of money-making opportunity, and we're going to pay attention to some of these because some of these are right in the zone where we're looking to make our investment or we're looking to trade the volatility. Monday, before the open, I'm interested in Dish and Biotech, looking into after close. I'm interested in this Hims and Hers, Clover, and a TripAdvisor. Going into Tuesday, I'm really wanting to see how Uber's holding up and Celsius. Celsius has been on a run, but as people start to crunch and the prices start to crank up, I'm wondering how their margins are looking. So I'll be paying attention to them. Datadog, we've been real good with Datadog here lately. I'm also paying attention into the close of Rivian, Devon, Upstart, Oxy, and Gilead and Toast. Those are the big ones. So Tuesday after close is probably the big day for me. And then going into Wednesday, we're looking at Roblox. I'm looking at Under Armour. I think Under Armour is going to pull a hat trick into it today, man. They've been down for a minute. It's time to get a little bit of Under Armour love. I like them. I like them for shares specifically. I'm buying them as an investment, but if we can get a nice little volatility push, I wouldn't mind playing some options on them as well. Going into Wednesday close, Disney, Twillo. Notice I didn't say AMC. Man, I'm not paying attention to AMC. I'm not in that FOMO stuff. If it's moving and shaking and we see an opportunity, we'll take it. But we're not part of that AMC, apes, and that GME stuff, man. We're into things that are actually moving and shaking because there's a reason, not just a push on volume and stuff like that. Paying attention to Affirm. They've been getting beat up here lately, but a lot of those payment fintechs have been doing well this particular quarter because they don't have as much interest in their numbers so much. So any type of positive news is showing up for them. So we're paying attention to them. Going into Thursday, we got Fiverr. We like that. Yeti is one. Tapestry, we pay attention to that. Going into the close, Plug. Unity. We like that. Wind resorts. We're definitely paying attention to that. And then going into the Friday, we're looking at a few movers and shakers, but nothing big. So for us, the big days that we're looking for are basically Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday going into this particular week. I keep the stocks simple, guys. 3 colors you need to focus on: purple, blue, red. Purple, that's our battle zone, okay? That's where we're at currently. Blue, that's our high target area. If we start to peak above the battle zone, we're looking for the movement to the blue area. If we start to break from the battle zone to the downside, that's the red, the low target zone. If I got some other things that I'm interested in, I'll usually use orange lines. And if there's an area of concern, I'll put that in like a rectangle yellow box. Now, I wanted to talk about SPY. Okay, I think SPY has a little bit room that they can push, and it can easily do it, especially on a decent market push, right? But here's where the bears are seeing, and I have to agree with the assessment. So we have to watch for the trend reversal from resistance for the bearish continuation to the downside. The highlighted areas, right? Every highlighted area you see a big push, and then correlating with the RSI, it was above or peaking at the 70 range, and then it shortly thereafter pushed to the downside. This is a 4-hour chart, and I'll show you another chart where you can see the timelines a little bit to give you a perspective on how many days it took to move there. But you can definitely see a trend, okay? Technical analysis exists because trends tend to repeat themselves. So if we are going to hit the resistance, and some of these stocks look like they were hitting exhaustion points when they were popping up, we could see a nice pullback to the downside and get some pushback because of RSI and just resistance points and sector rotation out of some of these big money making pushers and moving into some other things that have been lagging, but they don't push the indexes as much. So we'll definitely pay attention to that. And there was those examples I was showing you just so you can kind of see a perspective. Going back just a little bit, the first blue line, 5 October, 10 October, 12 October, 16 October. So you can kind of see the push. Now, these will work, okay? Any type of significant pullback, if we see it on SPY, right? You can play, not just SPY itself, but you can play any of the big cap tech and the big cap S&P 500 stocks that are showing exhaustion points. You can play them to the downside if we get confirmation of the reversal, okay? Because those are the ones where the money's going to rotate out of and it's going to go somewhere else. But you're going to see those tend to lag. So if they were hitting exhaustion points and you're starting to see the push coming out and they're hitting the resistance, you know, they're popping up a little bit, but they're not really rolling in. The volume starts to drag a little bit. You may want to go ahead and start looking for that reversal confirmation and then play the short side of the house and catch a nice trend. But we'll definitely have to watch the reversal from the reversal, right? Because it can easily catch some wins, some sales, and start to hit hard on us and go back up to the upside and get into a breakout. All right, first up, we're paying attention to Tesla. Tesla right here is kind of in a 50-50 state. We're kind of flagging out of this particular area, drawing into kind of a triangle pattern or a pennant pattern. I can easily see the push to the 224, or I could see the push down to 215. Tesla likes to move in 5s and 10s, so from here, about 220, it would make sense on a bullish move to go up and attack 225, maybe 230 by the end of the week if we get some sort of positive catalyst. However, looking at the chart, it does show that we're probably looking at some downtrending pressure from resistance. RSI is peaking at above that 70 line, and we're looking like we want to cross on this 2-hour chart on the MACD. So I'd be looking more for a downtrade first to go test that 215 area, see if you can bounce off of that before we get that breakout towards 225 and on its way to 230. QQQ, I'm definitely looking for the pullback on this one. It could easily push. I mean, we could break out and go attack 375. I just think that when you look at a chart like this, where you have such a dramatic V-shaped push to the upside, you're looking at some downtrending pressure from some selling or some buying exhaustion. So we're way over the RSI 70.
MACD is pushed way above the center line. I'm looking for the pullback probably to go down there to about 365, test the support levels, and see if we truly are ready to break back out to the upside, or if we're going to start taking some heavy profits on the tech mega caps, and we're going to cool down a little bit going into this week. Dish. I'm all about Dish shares, okay? Not too much on the option trading. I like Dish to go ahead and start getting yourself a position for long at this particular price. Anything under $6 I think is great to scoop up. And if we go back and start attacking that $4 range again, it's time to load the boat. So right here, in my opinion, definitely earnings will be kind of a tell on possibly what direction we're going to go near term. But regardless, shares are my preferred method on this one. So this one would be a great addition if you're getting into early a 2024 portfolio. BNTX. Now, these healthcare tech stocks have been kind of struggling here lately. I think BNTX is no different. I think we had a decent little push going into Friday, but I think we're probably going to get some resistance at this current level, and we're probably going to see the pullback back down towards the 95, and depending on the earnings, we could easily see the 90 area because we took a huge tumble from above 100. We've been kind of chopping around sideways, looking at some volatility spikes to the downside and to the upside. But I think depending on the earnings, obviously, this will be probably a candidate for a leg to the downside. Hims and Hers, another one that I like for share accumulation, all right? Anything around the 650 or below area is good area to start getting into a position for long, all right? If we start breaking out to above the $7 range on some earnings, I would wait for the pullback back inside of the sixes and maybe even the 550s if we can get a decent dump off of some earnings. That's time to load the boat on this one. This one's another addition into an early 2024 portfolio that I will be pushing out on the social medias when we get into 2024. But Hims and Dish are definitely in the running for the 2024 portfolio. Can be an opportunity to go ahead and start getting your position now ready for 2024. Fang or Diamondback Energy, this one looks like a candidate to the downside. I think we break off of the earnings report and we push down to go attack into the 150s. I could see the argument for a push down to 155 off of some subpar earnings. I don't think we're going to get anything spectacular coming out of this. I would be very surprised if we get the break out of the 160s and we start going to attack the 170s at this current time. So I am bearish on this one, and I think 155 is a good candidate pushing out a week to 2 weeks. So I'm bearish on this one, and I'm looking at the 155 put, pushing out to the 10 November. The volume isn't on the day, of course that's Friday, isn't exactly hiding, but this one doesn't move and shake like the other ones. The open interest on this particular trade is nice. The delta theta ratio is about break even, so this one is a little bit more risky, but I do like the price. I think catching this between 45 and 70 is a decent trade, and we could probably make some money off of some downtrending push on this one. This is in about a 4 to 5% range, and I could easily see a 10% push on the Fang if we get the earnings miss like I'm anticipating. Uber, I'm kind of 50-50 on this. It's a huge sentiment type of driver. I want to see what the earnings report is going to be. I can see the case for the run up into earnings and then the sell off through earnings. I don't know how much people are actually spending on Uber Eats or their logistics side of the house. I'm not seeing too many Uber logistics, mail carriers, so on and so forth. I got a feeling people are probably cutting back on the Uber Eats stuff. They're, more likely to go ahead and go pick it up themselves to save some of that money that's associated with the delivery and the surcharge. So I think that Uber, while I like them, I think we can go ahead and get a decent price from a pullback off of earnings. And this is also another one that you should start thinking about going ahead and dollar cost averaging and getting share positions. But if we're going to run options on this one, the probability on the options game would be most likely to the downside off of some poor earning numbers. Datadog, I think, is going to suffer like the other tech ones. I think people are cutting back, man. They're going with the big boys, and they're starting to cut the fat, and Datadog is one of those that's getting cut a little bit. I think they're going to struggle on their margins, on their earnings, and I think we'll probably see the leg to the downside. I can see the case for this going into the mid-70s by the end of the week. And I'm going to give you one more for November. This is the number 2 YouTube trade I'm looking to go ahead and get in. Datadog to the downside. I'm looking at the 70 put pushing out to 17 November. This one is a little bit higher volume. A lot of open interest still. Delta to theta ratio is right where we like it. Delta higher than theta. So we're definitely looking to get this one. I would love to get this one at 90, maybe 85. But anywhere between that 85 to 115 I think is a good entry for this particular trade. And as we have time, we can make some tactical decisions. So definitely, this is the trade I'm looking at going to get in. If we get a surprise earnings boost, then I'll go ahead and scrap this one and we'll look to go ahead and reverse to the long side. But I think the put is the way to go. The higher probability of success is towards the short side of the house on this particular ticker. Upstart, I like the stock, but I think they're going to struggle on earnings. I just don't think people are spending the money on the Upstart network. I think that right here is about where we're going to hit resistance, and we could push towards 35 into earnings, but I think doing an earnings lotto to the downside would make a lot of sense on this one, as I think that will probably by the end of the week be at the $27, maybe $25 range off of some hard-hitting margin concerns with their earnings report. Apple, hard to count out the general, man. I was telling people Apple is one of those that people love Apple, and I can see the case for Apple pushing towards 180 going into this week. Their earnings report were not that bad. The sales were not that bad. I know they didn't hit the number out of the ballpark like they wanted to, but they got a lot of stuff going and they're very consistent. So I can see it's hard to bet against Apple. I'm definitely playing this one off of the triggers, and we're just going to ride momentum. So if Apple starts pushing, we're looking for the break to the upside. If Apple starts slipping, then we're looking for the break to the downside. And don't forget, because of their market cap size, we're also looking to go ahead and capitalize on trading the SPY and the QQQ as well. Google, I think with their legal concerns right now, a lot of people have troubles going extremely long on this one. This one will be played off of the triggers as well. I can see the case for the push into the 131, 132 area, but I can also see the decrease of big money investor sentiment, and I can see the drop into the 128, 127 area. So I definitely got this on the triggers. I'll be playing this off of momentum. We start to see the bullish push in the market as a whole. You can go ahead and go long. We start to see the pullback in the market as a whole. Google's one of those you probably want to go short. Roblox, I like the chart. I like the company. This is share accumulation trade for me. If we're trading options on this, we're definitely going to the short side. I don't think their earnings report is going to show significant number of increased revenue based off of what's going on in the economics. So I just think it's going to be hard to showcase booming numbers that really give an idea that this thing can push towards the $40 range. I think we get the push in 2 earnings, and then we get the sell off. And finally, Under Armour, man. I'm buying shares of Under Armour. Anytime we're below 8, I'm looking to scoop up some shares, okay? UAA is one of my bigger positions I have as share accumulation. I don't really trade options on it. If I do start to see a push potentially for some decent earnings on retail, get the feeling, get the signals, get the indicators, I might go ahead and go some options on this one. But for me, this one's a dollar cost averaging, a share accumulation, and this would be a good addition into a 2024 portfolio, in my opinion. If you want the play-by-play, you got to join the team. All the links to all the platforms are in the description. And now, check out some short promos of TWR's hottest products and services that we have available on our platform.
Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Crazy about my money.
Traders War Room is proud to present text message alerts, available now on the TWR storefront. If you enjoy trading and investing, you're probably familiar with some of these popular applications. These are all fantastic, but they can become overwhelming and difficult to navigate throughout the day. Add in the stresses of work, life, school, family, and you become frustrated and overwhelmed, missing opportunities.
Guys, that's so me.
Yeah, that's me.
This stops right now. Welcome to TWR's Text Message Alerts. It's super simple too. So we watch the market, and when we see a setup we like, we push an alert like this. You as a subscriber receive this. And don't worry, we give you an exit too, just like this. So for more information, check out our storefront, links in the description. And remember, when you hear this, Traders War Room is making you this.
I need to highlight our website, traderswarroom.com. Please go check it out because we are a true one-stop shop for all traders and investors. We have something for everyone, stuff like this. Now, when I say something for all, I mean it. Whether you're looking for upcoming classes to refine and develop various trading and investing skills, or you want those fire trade alerts and signals on our Discord, instant message, or text alert platforms to get that money. Maybe you want some one-on-one coaching or mentoring to really do a deep dive and define, refine, and develop individual trading and investing skills. Or you want to develop your trading and investing strategies and skills through online education that mimics college online education except for trading and investing. Whatever it is, Traders War Room has you covered. So come check TWR out. We think you're going to love what we're about.
In the traders war room, warring with the market every day we on Zoom. Never gonna quit, ain't no way we gonna lose. I done made a profit and it's way before noon. Way to go, dude, come and learn how to trade stock.